Hello. Hello, my YouTube friends, family, whoever watches, future people. I didn't even plan on recording out here. Oh, these are my little retreats. It's these moments out here, sitting under a tree, listening to the birds, breathing in the nice air. These are the moments that help me deal with city life, like life in general, and smile, right? I used to get really stressed out, right? And be always ornery or always feeling like shit wasn't going right. So I always thank my father when I'm out here. Because if it weren't for him, I wouldn't know about this beautiful detox from city life. So I was laying under a tree. I actually came to swing on a hammock for a few hours, but it was mislabeled, or I read the label wrong. It's not a hammock, it's a fucking bug net for a hammock. So it's all right. I'll pick up another hammock, come out here next week. But I was laying under the tree, giving my thanks to the earth, to the sky, to the sun, to the animals, to these bones I found. I love bones. To me, bones remind me of ancestors and passed on loved ones. You know, for a long time, I was misunderstood. But who isn't in today's time, right? I love the dead. And I don't love the dead in some creepy horror show fucking Devil 666 bullshit. They're our family. They're our family, you know? Many a times throughout the spiritual revolution that's went on the last 15, 20 years. It's actually been going on for hundreds and thousands of years, but it got really popular again about 15, 20 years ago. And, you know, as all things, when they become popular, they become misunderstood. Growing up, I would see skeletons, beings, ghosts come out to nature and hear the voices of the dead, those that were here long before me. I've had a personal relationship with what people would call the Grim Reaper, Death, Hela, Kali. To me, she's always been a female. To you, may be different. And I never had any negative interactions with death. Of course, when my family members and friends died, I mourned. I was sad because I wouldn't be able to see them again. But I'd be reminded by them in the spirit world that they're always with me. Just as when I died, I realized that I never die. We transition. Lately, I'm interacting with a lot of friends, family, acquaintances, random people that I meet. And I see a theme that's going on. And it's because of the fear of darkness. For years, we've been bombarded with bullshit of you're carrying toxic negative energy and you must heal. There's something wrong with you. Basically, polite ways to say, I don't like you. But to make you feel like the bad person for somebody not liking who you naturally are. And it's okay to heal. Like, healing is important, but healing is like this. Most healing comes from long-term relationships where you're in a relationship for a very long time. And then things go south, as all things do part, just like the 4 laws. Whoever's with you is meant to be. Whoever leaves you was meant to be. Whatever time you start anything, that's when it's supposed to start. Whatever time anything ends, that's when it's supposed to end. So basically, life tells you that you shouldn't get worked up about things so much. But we do. We get hurt, right? We injure. We want to go through, why did this happen? It's basically for yourself, right? When a loved one dies, your regret, right? Regret is all that healing really means. Learn to stop holding regret. When somebody dies, you're like, oh my God, if I would have had that last talk with them, or had I just maybe went out with them that night, or went to go have a barbecue with them one weekend, but when it's time, it's time. Whether you hide in your house all the time and a fucking airplane crashes on your house, it's your time. And death is life. It's the only thing that's certain in life. Everything else is in flux. It's always changing. Another thing, I have a lot of friends, gay, bi, lesbian, trans, and they were taught to believe that they were evil for the way that they love, right? Like it's a sin. Some people, like myself, knew that, you know, there were times in my life where I was a bastard. Fighting, stealing, fucking robbing, jacking cars, fucking shootings, drugs, fucking cheating on fucking people you love. It's fucking life. But there was lots of times too in my life where I was just being me, myself, smiling, enjoying time with others. And then I was called dark and fucking narcissistic and fucking evil, or fucking toxic and all these things because somebody didn't like me. And I fucking got to a point where I believed that everything I do was wrong. And we start believing this shit. And all it is somebody telling you they just don't fucking like you. And they want to be the good guy. Which leads me into like religious beliefs. Now, I want to take it away from like slamming organized religions. And first, I'm going to introduce this. All religions of the ancient times, Buddhism, the Nordic gods, the Nordic pantheon, fucking Native American, indigenous Mexican beliefs, curandismo, voodoo, hoodoo, everything you could fucking think of before Catholicism and Christianity, even Judaism. Judaism, same thing too. They don't fucking believe in an evil. They believe in a wrath. Like in Buddhism, if you've never been to a temple, you should go. There's one out in Arizona on the way to Sedona if you live in Las Vegas. And within a short amount of time, you're going to find that even Shakyamuni has his vengeance, fierce self. And there's no shame in it. Compassion, rage, love, lust, kindness, hate. It's life. It's human nature. It's human fucking nature as long as humans have been alive. They didn't really believe in a fucking place of torture. The Nordics believed that the only fucking way to get to heaven was to die in fucking battle and take as many lives as you can with you, because you're bringing them brothers and sisters into your heaven, Valhalla, right? Skip forward a little bit to like orgiastic tribes, right? Orgiastic tribes, we think of orgy, we're like, ooh, taboo, right? It's actually a transcending the ego type thing. It's like nobody belongs to you, not even your children. They belong to the tribe. And the orgies were about celebrating love together, creating new tribe members, and not having that ownership over these beautiful beings we bring into the world, right? But when the organized religions would see it, they thought it was evil and sinister. So they began telling them that they belong in hell with this big bad boogeyman devil that they created. So then people start believing that their way of life is dark and evil, and oh my God, I need fucking saved. And Jesus, let's go to Jesus. Jesus wasn't even one who walked around saying you're fucking disgusting or despicable or evil or dark. He saved prostitutes, drunks, gamblers, fucking degenerates, the outcasts, the lepers, the insane. And he saved them by telling them, there's nothing wrong with you. Just because these people believe that God tells everyone that you should act like them, that's not who God is. You're worthy. You're worthy of everything in life, enjoying yourself, loving yourself, understanding that, fucking throughout life, you'll have moments of anger. You'll have moments where you want to fight or fuck. You'll have that if you're a male and you see the hardest thing a man has to deal with in life is wanting to fuck every woman that he sees. And that's just the truth. There's nothing wrong with that unless you're hurting people. Recently, I've talk to a lot of the youth, and they feel unworthy, and they feel dark, and they feel like they're not right because somebody tells them that they're not right. So my answers to them were, do you rape people? No. Do you murder people? No. Do you break into people's homes? No. Have you shot firearms into public places? No. Do you steal money from those who, do you steal money even if they don't need it? You shouldn't steal money. No. Then what makes you believe that you are this dark, unworthy, toxic being? And the things that came out of these youths and even some elders is projections of other people's insecurities. Like I said, we need healing when we're sad, when we're lonely, when we're strung out on drugs, when we're lost. We don't need healing because somebody read a fucking book on Buddhism and only read the compassion part. And because they have a new movement inside of them, now all of a sudden everyone around them is dark, evil, and toxic. You're not evil for admiring beauty and feeling sexual desires because of that. You're not even evil or dark or twisted or demented if that desire draws you out of one relationship and into a new one. Because like the 4 laws, what's meant to be is meant to fucking be, right? But mass media, trending, opium for the masses, hypnosis, programming is making people believe that there's all this fucking darkness about them, and it's not theirs. It's really just projection of other insecure people who just don't have the courage to say, hey, I just don't fucking like you. Can we not hang out? You're cool, fine. Fuck. I love that. Hey, don't waste my time. I'm gonna go hang out over there with them. Right? You get in where you fit in. The thing that I recognize, if you're truly going through something where you need to heal, you feel you need to heal, you're not being told you need to heal. Buy my fucking healing course and fucking within so and so months you're transformed and you'll be healed. Yet in 6 months or whatever, you're still not fucking healed, but now you're programmed, you're speaking what you paid for. Hypnosis, opium for the masses. If you really feel you need to heal, what you need to do is look at all the fuckery about yourself. Look at that devil of yourself, because that's what the devil is ego consciousness. I'm better than you. I deserve more than you. I'm the greatest. Everybody's fucking toxic but me. Or, I should be fucking that person's wife. This is ego. This is devil. This is evil. Human interactions, human mind thinking that you're entitled to fucking everything, which everyone does carry. Whether you're the fucking Buddhist Dalai Lama, the Pope. I mean, fuck, you gotta have a little bit of narcissism to want to be the Pope, right? Be in control. Presidency, these are all normal things, political power, rising up in status, claiming, staking, making a business, All these things come with the ego. So all of these things come with darkness. Making money, it's all a part of life. So own it. And if you're not raping, killing, stealing, shooting, causing harm, being vindictive, in other words, like spreading fucked up things in the people's ears because you don't like one person and you want to gather a fucking crowd to also not like them, so you lie. Own it. Even if you are one of those things, the first step to getting over that shit is owning it. I was a fucking gang member when I was young. I've done despicable fucking things. I've fucking caused fucking harm. I've fucking cheated on women who loved me. I've fucking fucked my friends' wives. It's a part of fucking life. You're not evil or twisted or demented or lacking God or fucking lacking the light because you've lived a human experience. Own it. Become familiar with your fucking wrath, like the Buddhist opposition. Go to a fucking temple. You'll see that every Buddha and Bodhisattva out there is also a shadow, fucking fierce, fucking rage, murdering, fucking lust driven, drunken, fucking mad, crazy opposition. And they're one with it. They know this. How else could you tame the beast within? I made a painting not too long ago, a few years ago, and it was a blue demon meditating. And I called it Taming the Demon Within. And I got all kinds of hell for it, like people who are in the spiritual community. Oh my God, what are you saying, that everybody that does yoga is a fucking demon? Or is that you're a demon and you're proud and blah, blah. No, you're missing the fucking point. We're all fucking demons. Demons are a fucking human imagination verbalized construct to keep you from behaving outside of the rules, religion, society, period. If you were raised in a tribalistic environment and then it's overtaken by a religious environment, they make you believe that God wants to punish you and throw you into the pits of hell where you'll be drilled in the ass with pitchforks for eternity because you're not listening to their rules. But you were a wild child. You were born in the wild. You were a lost boy or a girl. You were one with nature. Your tribe was one love because no child in the tribe was owned by one person. It took a community to raise a community. It took understanding. It took helping that drunk fuck to get back to health. It took understanding that this drunk fuck was in pain when he became a drunk fuck, to walk him through it. It's okay. We all hurt. We all become hardened. We all become broken. We all reach for our band-aids, our vices, to get us through. It's not evil. You're not a demon or a devil or fucking unwanted or unloved. You're simply not around people who love you. My friends who fucking, my friends and family and loved ones and strangers that I meet who treat me with love and kindness and respect, we all fucking love the good and the bad. We're there for each other when we're like, hey man, you're getting a little too out of hand. And of course the ego, if you're not used to having tribe and family tell you, hey, you're getting a little out of fucking hand, your ego is gonna go, well, I'm fucking blah, 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 and you're the enemy. Think of God and the devil if you want to go like this. God and the devil, angels and demons. They were all divine family. I'm just going to spin this as a story so it helps you understand. And they got in a family feud, Like, hey man, why do I gotta do this? And well, because they're our family and blah, blah, blah. And they get in a family feud So they're both one divine family that was created in love, that split their separate ways, Hatfield and McCoy's. And then each side believes they're the light and the other is the dark and the enemy, right? Same with politics, same with fucking football teams, same with rival gang members, same with fucking war. You know, we go to war with somebody, and then here in America, they're the fucking despicable barbarian filth, vile, did us so wrong. But you can go to their country, and it's the same story. Each side believes that they're right, right? So, what I'm trying to say is, to all my friends and family and loved ones who are walking around carrying this fear, this hurt, this feeling of unworthiness because somebody's projecting their insecurities onto you, I'm telling you, fuck that. You know what I learned to do? Somebody calls me, oh, you're a dark, low vibrational, fucking demon loving. Yes, I am. Fucking hell yeah. And I sacrifice virgins and I worship the devil and I fucking give it all up. So now get the fuck out of here. Leave me alone so I can meditate and hang out with my friends or go walking in the woods or love on my woman or hang out with my friends. You're a nuisance. You're bothering me, bitch. Right? I've learned to say that. Fuck it. I know what they're really saying. I don't like you. You don't fucking have to. Nobody asked you to. So if you're being projected on like that, learn it's projection. You're not fucking twisted, evil, dark, and demented. But if it takes telling people that that's what you are to get those people who are still going through this ego bullshit, I'm into yoga, so I'm better than you, right? You're dark and demented. Fuck them. Well, then I'm the devil. And I just sacrifice a goat and I'm gonna lick the fucking organs, blood clean, so go away. So now that I can live with my tribe. And you go find your tribe. I think you guys are beautiful no matter what. Just when people project, I have no mercy. Because I know. And for a long time, they trapped me in this bullshit too. They trapped me in this bullshit, believing that fucking everything was wrong with me. Oh my God, I must be this toxic. Well, you know what? I studied fucking psychology, emotional intelligence, fucking disorders of the mind, neuroscience, fucking sociology. Fucking, I studied all these things because I believed the bullshit that people were projecting on me. But then I learned something. I learned it was a projection of their fear. Or maybe some of them were attracted to me and they just, for some reason, that's how they felt. Maybe they were in a relationship, so the only way they felt they could fight that attraction towards someone was to say all these terrible things about somebody. Maybe that's what's going on with you, you know? It's natural for humans to be attracted to other humans, even if you're in a fucking relationship or not. It's even natural to fucking act on those impulses, but we don't, you know? If you love somebody, you know that love is more better than mutual masturbation with some other body, right? So love will keep you from hurting the ones you love, and it'll help you look at your desire and go, yeah, that's a fucking pretty piece of ass, but it would probably only be fun for a night. Where you got love and support here. So, you know, own your shit. And by doing so, it will help others who are going through this thing. Because, like I said, I was getting into why I studied all this, and I started to observe. And I started to observe all the people who put me into this depths of this darkness, right? And I started to realize all the things that they were saying was fucked up about me was for a couple different reasons. Number one, they didn't have the courage to speak in big groups with other people, right? So because I was always a friendly and charismatic person with my people, their jealousy made them angered. Number two, they just didn't like how I looked because they were afraid of being told by other people that everyone who looks certain ways is going to do this certain thing or they're this certain people. Fuck, I had a whole HOA do this shit until a friend of mine told him, that dude is a single father trying to raise his fucking kids all alone. So, and then it fucking people backed off. I had a whole community believing all this terrible shit. But in reality, it was out of misunderstanding and projection of their own bullshit. Husband cheats on the wife, so they hate everybody in the neighborhood, so let's take it out on this person or that person or anybody else. But just like the song by Marilyn Manson, we're killing strangers so we don't kill the ones that we love, rather than turn to the one that you love and say, you fucking hurt me and I'm hurting innocent people because you fucking hurt me. We need to either deal with this or go our separate ways, right? There's a lot of depression in people, and then they'll believe that they're dark or something's wrong with them also because they're depressed, when they're not realizing that on a day-to-day basis, you're being compared to everything in reality. My shoes are better than yours. I wear better glasses than yours. This fucking brand, this outfit defines me. You look like this. I have this amount of money. You do this. I work in this field, so you are no good because you work in that field. I drink Pepsi, you drink Coke. You're the enemy, right? This is what brings depression. People are depressed because they're being compared to shit that is just like I said, you're just in the wrong fucking crowd. You're trying to impress people who don't like you and don't want you around. But you're beautiful. You have all this fucking charisma about you. You have all these fucking wonderful things that the right crowd is gonna love about you. All the weird shit you think is strange, well, hell, there's millions of you out there. So stop trying to fit in with the places that make you feel like you don't fucking belong. You're demented, you're dark, you're twisted, you're evil, you're this, you're that. Basically, I don't like you. I don't like you. I don't like you. I don't like you. And what happens is people say these projections because they simply just want you to they want to force you out of their community. Where so here's another way, evaluate it. Is there only one person in a community of 20 that's always saying these things to you? Well, because they're probably insecure that you're gonna steal the attention from them. Attention is a motherfucker these days. It's arrogance at its finest. Now there is good, I have friends that they have my 100% undivided attention because I fucking see the glory and beauty in everything they say or think or do or speak. Even when they're fucked up, I got your back because I'm not your fucking friend only for the good. I'm there also when you're fucking wrong, and I'm gonna be that army soldier with you that's like, fuck it, I don't care if we're wrong. You're my friend and they're not. I'm gonna defend you. That's what being around true, fucking loving, genuine people are. Right or wrong. they're with you. I'm with you. But if at the slightest little mistake, you slip and fart in a crowd one day, and all of a sudden now you're the fucking disgusting person of the crowd. You weren't meant to fucking be there, man. You slip and fart amongst family and friends, and they giggle. And fucking somebody's gonna say, goddamn, I've been holding mine all day. Right? It's life. So, I have some family members that have been going to churches lately, and they're trying to find themselves because they're trying to find God within, right? And they're raised very, very nature, I'd say. Not so much tribalistic, but kind of, yeah. But very nature bound, where like everything around me right now is God. It's feminine, masculine, fucking transgender. It's fucking all things. These trees, they're fucking transgender. Most plants are either both masculine and feminine, or they fucking can change, go either way at any time. And so when they're going to these churches, they're feeling like they're being beaten down because the church is telling them that, like, oh, Buddha is the devil, and fucking Buddha is like just another name for God. Allah is just another name for fucking God. Universe, source, creation, fucking God, fucking Jesus, everything. It's just another name for God. But because, they have these beliefs that have touched their soul, and they're looking for themselves in like a church or a new community or a spiritual group, right? I remember when I started first getting around with different spiritual groups, because I believed in the Nordic gods, like I had to be a devil worshiper. And I'm like, well, I don't really think that there is a devil. And if that's what you think of me, well then fuck it, I'm not meditating with you. And I wouldn't go back. So if you're going through these things, I want you to know you're not the person that people make you feel. Get out there, widen your variety. You're gonna find your tribe. And when you find your tribe, you're gonna find that it's very easy to get along. There's a lot of love, there's a lot of hugs, there's smiles when you see your friends. There's open-hearted talks that just fucking sometimes can go on for hours, or sometimes are 4 words and then it's silence, for comfortable silence for fucking hours. Music, whatever your thing, right? Stop beating yourself up by trying to fit in with the people who don't like you. They don't like you. Get that through your head. And find the people who do like you. And you know what? That's what fucking Jesus would have told you if he were here right now too. Let's say Mary Magdalene, right? She was a prostitute. She was an outcast by society because the rabbis didn't like her, and the societies didn't like her. Well, listen, in Buddhist culture, a fucking I forgot what they called it, but like a brothel was a spiritual healing process. They weren't considered prostitutes, right? So Jesus, knowing of the Buddhist teachings and stuff, he's like, there's nothing wrong with you. You are divine within. And what you've been doing, whether it be for money, or I think it was because Mary Magdalene lost her husband and fell to drinking, so naturally became into prostitution because, why not? So she was outcasted, right? Well, that's who Jesus went to. He went to the outcast to help, not to tell them, you're a terrible sinner, come with me and I'll change you, because if not, the devil's gonna rape you. No, he said, there's nothing wrong with you. Walk with me. I accept you as you are. Do you know how powerful that is right there? Walk with me. I accept you as you are. Oh, you murdered somebody in your past? and it fucking kills you still to this day, it tears you apart, walk with me. I accept you as you are. Oh, you fucking cheated on your spouse, which ended your relationship and split up your family. Walk with me. I accept you as you are. You're not a fucking terrible person. You're built from love. You're created from love. The all creation of when I died, it wasn't no man standing there judging my life. It was me letting go of all the guilt, all the pain, all the shame, the fear, the doubt. Letting go of all words, no thoughts in the mind, and being overcome with, I can only describe as like love that I feel in my heart. A love that took over my entire being, which was non-existent. I had no body, but I had this love vibrating and tingling throughout my whole existence. And then eyes opened in the middle of the darkness, and I was brought back through a wormhole back into my body. So if you're worried about going to hell, start forgiving yourself by starting to own that all the terrible shit you've done in your life, it's not that fucking bad. If you're watching this, you're not somebody who thrives on murder, rape, theft, mind fucking people. You're not somebody who thrives on that. So, I mean, there are people who thrive on that. Good. You know, fucking maybe next lifetime, they'll come into a different concept of life. But you're not like that. So stop treating yourself like you're the epitome of scum of the earth because some trendy people told you that they don't like you. I hope that was helpful for you. And I'm gonna keep enjoying my little time out here in nature. Spent 45 minutes with you guys to share my love and share my understanding of what I've been seeing people go through and really how I helped myself through that process. You don't like me? Then I'm all the damn things you don't like that you say. I am everything that you say about me. So please kindly go the fuck over there. Love you guys.